of, you know? And then a lot of times, like, it almost, for me, it always starts with a melody. So the melody, before I'm worried about saying anything, so I'm like, oh, no, down there. I can't sleep and I can't lay. Try to walk, but I run away. Feels like hell, so down my face. Oh, wait up, take it. I'm not better, I'm so lazy. Whoa. So you write that, you'd have that, right? And then you would. You do that and you don't think twice about it. You just do it, and then you record it while you're doing it. And then later on, you go back. And then sometimes you'll listen through and you'll find a certain lyric. And like one line, like it might, maybe like out of that, like it could be like I run away, or like I'm so lazy. Like, you know, sometimes, but I'm so lazy. Like, oh, what am I trying to say about myself? Because sometimes that's your inner self coming out. That's a little piece of you that you don't want to look at, that only comes out when you sing. So all of a sudden when you sing, you're like, oh, you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the fact that I hate my father.
Yeah.
Wait, that's what I'm gonna write about. I'm gonna write about this.
I gotta say, I think that's kind of always how it works. Like it's like, at least that's how we all do it. It's mumble speak. It's like, you know, you're sort of just searching for stuff, and then you take one word, and a lot of times it's not like you're sitting there and you're like sad. Like I'm talking about English now. Like I said before, what it was about. I wasn't sitting there thinking about that. It was just sort of like I was coming up with the melody, and I was like, and I had the. You know, the sun breaks over the edge of the English town. I had that, and I was like, well, what the fuck is that? And it just sort of came out, and so then I was like, I just sort of started following it. And there's almost always a point midway where you go, oh, this is what I'm writing about. And then it gets a lot harder.
Well, a lot of times
that's kind of what it is. That's really when you have the moment you're like, oh, this is kind of
I think
sad.
when you have drums in the room and like amplification, it kind of changes the energy of what a lot of times you'll go for too. Because I think a lot of times you're just sitting around and just. It's a lot easier to. Oh, I say, and if I had, you know, you kind of like, but you never just jump in and like.
The same progression would be like, by the time you get the drums in,
you just don't do that.
By the time you get the
By
drums
the way, I love that whole thing.
What? It starts to be like a right. I like that. How do we make it sexy?
And Pookie.
Yeah, we call Pookie, and we say Pookie, make it sexy.
Do you guys know what I mean? Like when you sit with the acoustic, you just don't jump into like let's go for the energy, let's bang the fuck out of it. All right.